I'm alive. Look. Look what happens if I do this. Look. I'm going to sit here through the entire live stream, and I'm going to hold my face back like this and talk and hope that it looks natural. What are people seeing in the background anyway? Hi, small town girl. I was small town girl. I was just sitting here doing like this because of all my old lady wrinkles. I was doing this. Hi, Grammy. Hi, Lillian. I was sitting here doing this before you guys came in. I was doing like this. So would it look unnatural if I sat here holding my face like this so that my wrinkles disappear like they do in photographs when you use, certain lighting and stuff? I'm trying to get my top of the morning to you, Lillian, my bestie. Remember the Mary Jane jokes? Grammy B. I look, and if y'all noticed, I got my hair parted down the middle, which is unusual for me. But yeah, we could do pigtails. My laptop went off again. I'll turn it on here in a second. We could do pigtails really tight. No, it doesn't work. That won't work. No, you have to do that. Hi, Angie's live. Let me get my laptop set up right quick so that I can see what you're seeing. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. Peace. If you notice, which I'm sure you did, we're in the living room. That is because my hubby has a job today. So we get to be out of quarantined isolation in my office on the daybed for an hour or so. We get to be in the living room, which is kind of like his man cave. Look at this. Look how that. Oh, I can't handle that. I got to go fix that right there. Hang on a second. And kitties, don't any kitties get on my stuff. I'm squirreling over here. I need to finish one thing at a time. When you only go live every once a week or every couple of weeks, you're like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I? Who am I? What have I done? Okay, where are we? Turn the volume all the way down so we don't get a loop. What some people on this app refer to as feedback, it's not feedback. Feedback is when you have a microphone and your own audio is feeding back through speakers into your mic and it makes it squeal. That's feedback. I know I'm a smart ass. I'd ask you to forgive me, but anyway, what you hear when someone, you can hear me a couple of times or several times, which is more than two, but less than many. No, kitty. Oh my goodness. I don't know what he just did. No. Oh my word. Guys, hang on a second. I just had a cat jump up on my laptop and I don't know what he did. Oh my word. because y'all know I am such. Hi, Angel Chips Delco. Hey, thank you for coming over. No kitty. Hi, Chaos and Roses. Chaos and Roses. I have no roses, but we have utter chaos here. Crazy bitch. Thank you. Thanks for coming over and thank you for subbing up. Okay, we are live. You can see all my wrinkles. That lets you know for sure that I'm not using any filters. She wished she looked like that. Well, yeah. Dumbass commenter. Okay, I have got to fix that. It's going to drive me crazy. I'm not OCD, but I kind of got this thing. And hope nobody jumps on my laptop. Okay, and for those of you who are strictly members of the Braless Kitchen cult, and knowing that I am your Braless Kitchen cult leader, I'm sure you just noticed that I'm actually wearing a bra. Don't hold it against me, and don't take it as permission from your leader for you to wear a bra, unless you're in a place where it would be inappropriate. Okay, what the hell are you guys doing? What have you been doing? Let me look over here. Let me get on all chat instead of top chat over here. Live chat. Oh, look. You can see my unpainted. Yeah, I have the paint. I have paint. But I'm sure there's a troll or two out there, or a flying monkey or a minion, whatever you like to call yourselves, that will point out in comments later, she wished she had painted that door framing. Hi, Hilda. So as usual, when I go live, I got nothing for you. I have nothing to gripe about. There are some people on the app that I could drag probably quite efficiently, but I'm not really in the mood for drag. Okay, for dragging someone. Drag's okay. I often dress as a man, as would be noticed in some of the photography I've been sharing. My little project I've been working on. Now, I have to look over here to see your chat. So don't think that I'm like gazing off into the distance with nothing in particular in my mind. Although I don't have anything in particular in my mind, don't take it that way. I just have to look over here to see your chat. Chaos and Roses, are you OCD, honey? I'm not like technically. Hi, Pam. I'm not like diagnosed OCD, so I don't mean it like that. I'm actually using it as just a tossing it around term, but little things like that do drive me crazy. Things don't have to be. Let me rephrase that. In order for me to just be at ease and comfortable, I like for things to be balanced. The aesthetics of what's going on, of what you see behind me. Hi, flies. Yes, I still have my mind. Pull out the other side. I can't because the thing is out of whack. Does that help? Will that help a little bit? So I can tell there are a couple of you or several of you in the audience who have the same little thing. Like, do your shoes have to be lined up? You're welcome, small town girl. And Pam, I hope that you're feeling better today too, sweetheart. Oh, I just banged my knee on this desk. Oh, Hilda Norway, thank you for gifting a membership. Who got it? Pam, you got a gifted membership from Hilda Norway. Small town girl, your stuff got a match. So, crazy bitch, you're OCD and ADHD, so you get it. Flies on the coleslaw, the uneven laces gets on my last nerve. Yeah, gotta have even laces. Shoes in line, curtains on point, and an empty kitchen counter. That's your jam? Well, now I don't have an empty kitchen counter. You guys have seen my kitchen. Bob, my husband, has often remarked, if it's a flat surface, my wife is going to put something on it. To which, hi, Amy. You ruined my youngest son. His shoelaces have to be perfect. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Isn't it good to laugh, you guys? Y'all know that, now backing up just a second for those of you who are coming in after I've started jacking my jaws. This, as usual, is a completely content-free live stream. Welcome to new folks. Welcome if you're in the bushes. Don't be afraid to come into chat. It doesn't matter who you are and where you have been. All are welcomed here, unless you're a fucking asshole. It's just that simple. Anyway, I'm just live because I can be. And I wanted to come on for a few minutes, or maybe an hour, to get away from what I'm usually watching. There's really nothing new at this point to report to anyone who is unaware of Hi Hey Joe Madre. Now don't mistake what I'm saying here. Hi Summer Girl. About where I go and what I watch. The channels that I watch, for the most part, I like an awful lot. At least I like the host or hostess an awful lot. But here of late, there's a particular creator that, well, a couple of creators who seem to be in a litigious state of mind. Well, they don't seem to be, they are. So I watch channels, and a number of you that are in this chat right now, you watch the same channels, and we see one another in those chats. Arkansas Moonshine, otherwise known as water. Anyway, so I don't want to come on and talk about all that negative stuff, because over here, what we do, and I'm saying this for the new kids on the block, those of you that have been around for a little while already know this. The point of my channel is to give people a place to go for a few minutes, an hour, whatever, to just take a breath, let your shoulders drop, kind of put your mind at ease for a little bit and try not to be concerned about what's going on in some areas of YouTube. You know, just give us a few relaxing moments. Now, one way I do that, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Susan, and welcome to Lip Lock No More if you're new here. Appreciate you showing up. You kids that have been around for a long time, yeah, the same. Thank you guys for popping in and for being here. I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. It's not going to piss me off if you want to do the same. You could even give me a thumbs down. Because the bots at YouTube don't know the difference. The bots at YouTube consider it all to be engagement with the channel. So if you're one of those nice people out there who, in all caps, under my short called Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, wants to say, or did say, it wasn't that they wanted to, they fucking did say. Hold on, somebody's saying good morning. Good morning, Casual Art. And thank you, Joe Madre, for a thumbs up. I'm just... if you think that it bothers me or hurts my feelings or causes me any level of concern whatsoever on any fucking level at all, that you want to leave a comment, all in caps, she wished she looked like that. Well, number one, fucking A. I sure as hell wish I looked like that. Commenter, who shall go unnamed at this point. Commenter who hangs out in certain chats that I hang out in the bushes and whatever. Whose name I'm familiar with. Hi, Ramblin' Rome. Oh, babies, you're gifting memberships and I'm not seeing it. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I really have to look over here. Hi, Latchkey Gypsy. Hi, Happy Feet. Okay, now let me go on. So I made 2 replies, and as always, when I get a smart-ass comment, do I delete it or block the user? No. No. What we do is we reply and then we pin the comment so that they can feel as important as they wish they actually were in my fucking world. So my second reply was something about that envy is an ugly thing. Something kind of like that. But my first reply was just pointing out, no, kitty. Sorry, I got to guard against cats over here. Okay. Okay, number 1, as we all know, when we type in all caps, whether we are texting or commenting or chatting. Now, okay, caveat, there are some folks who have vision problems and they use all caps. That's not this person. Number one, when you use all caps, and you should know this, comment person, that means you're yelling. If you're yelling, that generally speaking would mean you're fucking pissed off about something. Why are you so mad? Why? We're still on number one. Why are you so mad? You got to type in my comment section, all in caps, she wished she looked like that. As I already pointed out, commenter, you have a gift for stating the motherfucking obvious, bitch. Because indeed, I do wish I looked like that. See, look. Hillbilly facelift. Except when I do this, I can't hear what I'm saying. And if I'm not careful, I'll get my tongue tangled up around my eye teeth and I won't be able to see what I'm saying. Okay. So, yeah, obviously, I wish I looked like that. It's amazing. Fucking amazing what can be done with a computer and lighting and filters. But here's the thing, bitch. The people that watch me live, those who have been watching me live for a minute or for 5 years, fucking know what I really look like, motherfucker. People who watch me all the time or occasionally know I'm fucking 75 years old and that I don't fucking look like that. Okay? So, let me acknowledge your gift for stating the obvious. That was number one. Yes, Kitty, I know, I'm in your chair. Oh, no, wait. No, was number one all in caps? Did I go to number two without saying number two? Not number two as in number one and number two, like going to the bathroom. Not that kind of number one, number two. Number one, all caps. Number two, stating the obvious. Okay, now. See, I can make content out of any fucking thing. All right, now. I mean, a one sentence comment, I can go on for, well, not hours, several minutes about it. Now, number three, taking into account that I didn't say number two, but oh well, let's move on. I know, Kitty. Number three, she wished she looked like that. Okay, by using the pronoun she in your comment, I can only assume you're not addressing me. Although it's my fucking comment section. One would think that if you're going to go into a comment section under a short titled Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, a 1 minute or 1 minute and 30 second music short. Yeah, okay. When you use the pronoun she, that would indicate you're not talking to me in my own comment section. That would indicate that you're speaking to the world at large about me, right? Commenter? So that commenter under Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, wants all y'all to know, the whole fucking world, you know, all 5 million of you that watch me every time I go live or post a short. They want all y'all to know that I wish I looked like that. So I hope you all read the comment. That's why I pinned it. because evidently this person wants everybody to know she, meaning me, wished she looked like that. Notice how I'm using my hands a lot? It's fun. I thought I'd try it out. I've seen other people do it. Yes, 5 million. I know. I know it doesn't show up in the numbers on my channel. I know if you go back and you look at how many views I've had, I have a special secret setting that only shows up to like 1,000, because there are other creators out there that get wound the fuck up and go off the deep end with something, I don't know what it is, jelliness, if they actually realize you've had 5 million views. So don't tell anybody. It's a secret between myself and you guys that the counter on my views has a secret mechanism on it that reduces the number of views I've actually had, because I don't want other YouTubers going, oh my gosh, I'm so envious. I wish I could get 5 million views. Okay, was I on number 3? Yeah, and we finished number 3, the pronoun she. In my opinion, and that's all that it is. And it isn't worth much of anything to anyone except me, but this is my channel. So it seems like if you want to come in my comment section and make a remark about me, wished I looked like that, then the courteous thing to do, you rude motherfucker, would be to say, you wished you looked like that. But you weren't addressing me, although I'm the one that replied. Which maybe I shouldn't have replied, since you weren't addressing me, you were addressing everyone else. Okay, number 4. Improper verb tense. If I'm missing you in chat, I'm sorry. I can't see you when I'm looking here. I have to look over there and put the glasses on. If I keep doing that, I'll never get through however many numbers I've decided that I'm, yeah. Number 4, improper tense of the verb wish. She wished, past tense, that she looked, past tense, like that. No, I didn't used to wish that I looked like that, because indeed, I did used to look like that. So there's no past tense to it, because I actually used to look like that. So I don't wish that I looked like that. It should have said, if you were going to address me properly in my own fucking comment section under my short titled Thug Angel Hold My Earrings. Now, some people might wonder, why does she keep saying the name of the short? Because I want you motherfuckers to go over and watch it. That's why. My manipulation should be blatantly obvious. The proper comment would have been, you wish that you look like that. At which point I would have merely responded, yes, you're right. But instead, I had to leave a comment that incorporated, or a reply that incorporated something like, do you mean to, are you saying that not everybody stands around and has angel wings sprout out of their back? You know, the last 4 seconds of Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, where in the little music video, I transition from a thug into a beautiful angel, and just magically I have angel wings sprouting out from between my shoulder blades and unfurling in a glorious fashion. Is that what you mean? I thought everybody. Am I the only person that happens to? I mean, you guys know that that was real, right? That 4 seconds there at the end of that video, Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, that one. Is there anyone else in the world who is just standing there and magically you have angel wings sprout out from between your shoulder blades? Y'all didn't think that was real? What the fuck? I'm going to have to get better at what I'm doing with this little project in order to convince some of you that indeed I am a fucking angel. I really do have wings. And like in the movie Michael with John Travolta, I have to wear an overcoat to keep them covered up. So, how much time have I managed to use talking about one commenter with a one sentence comment? Michelle D, Kiki Eyes. Oh, now I see. Amy's Brownies. You saw it in a movie. I did too. But it was me that they took the idea from, because I really do have angel wings. Right now, they're cleverly compacted underneath this Walmart t-shirt. Tears ran dry. Miss Aries, good morning. I think I already said. Oh, hey, Joe Madra. Yes, honey, that's the TV behind me. Hey, Perf. You know, come to think of it, I might get busted on that because it's actually a YouTube channel. I love you too, Kiki. Casual Art, you was a scared. Joe Madre, let's see, Kisa, okay, your wings are at the dry cleaners. Kisa K, mine, I got lucky when they were handing out the angel wings. I didn't get the dry clean only. Mine are wash and wear. I just toss them. Hi, user. I just toss them into the washing machine, and yeah. And I can put them in the dryer as well, and they don't shrink. Isn't that cool? So just in case, in closing out that part, I want you all to know that in the final 4 seconds of Thug Angel, Hold My Earrings, the angel wings are real. Don't be fooled by AI. So, fly in the rain clouds with a bar of soap. I love that, Amy's Brownies. Anyway, yes. Kisa K. Joe Madre. This is bird TV for cats to watch. Folks that have been around here for a while know that my husband and I are cat rescuers. Uh, and so when he's not home, I turn on the birds for cats to watch. So, how long we been on here? How much time did I manage? Lordy mercy, y'all. I was able to wheedle over 30 minutes of content out of a one sentence comment. You know, that's how we do things over here. AC, what are you doing with that funky user? AC from Tennessee. Hi, baby. Hello, darling. It is good to see you. I need to send you an instant message. We haven't communicated behind the scenes for a long time. You got a new phone? AC, you got a new phone? Well, I'd better be in it, because if I instant message you later and you, hi, tribal gal. Tribal gal, hillbilly facelift, watch. Oh, I go walking after midnight. Okay, AC. I used some of your photography, AC. You probably saw it. The pictures that you sent me from the first vigil for Summer Wells. I saved them all, you know me. So flies. She incognito. Anyway, I made a short for summer, like I do. Kisa K uses duct tape. And I had some photographs that AC had sent me from the first vigil for missing Summer Moon Utah Wells out of Hawkins County, Tennessee. And I incorporated them into a short for summer the other day. I think it was day before yesterday. So, kiddos, if you're new around here, we're fixing to do what I do regularly here. Hi, Dixie in the Tennessee mountains. Good morning, sweetheart. I'm going to read you a short story from Getting the Most Out of Life, an anthology. Beg your pardon, got to clear the throat. An anthology written, or I should say compiled, by the Reader's Digest, published in 1946. To give you something positive to think about, because indeed the title of the book is highly appropriate. Each of the either biographical or autobiographical stories contained within the book are presented in an effort to help us get the most out of life. So I'm going to read a short story to you. As always, it will be a cold reading. And as always, I give the disclaimer that if we come across any verbiage, phraseology that in our modern era would be considered politically incorrect, we, or at least I, and I ask you to be, forgiving. I don't own any rights to this book, therefore I do not have the right, if you will, to edit it. So we're going to read it, or I'm going to read it the way it's written, keeping in mind that whatever we read, the idea is to help us get the most out of life. So that's what we're going to do. Hi, Bee Fancy. Flies, baby, some days it feels like yesterday. Some days it feels like forever ago. And flies, some days It almost seems like it isn't real, but we know that it is. Before we read the story, for anybody who doesn't know what Flies and I are conversing about here, and by the way, mods, thank you for being here. I always appreciate your voluntary participation. We're talking about a little girl. Hi, Carrie. Well, baby, I'm glad you got to go back to sleep. I actually woke up about an hour earlier than normal, and I laid back down, and I could not go back to sleep, so I just went ahead and got on up. So just quickly, before we do the story and say goodbye, there may be one person listening or in the chat that doesn't know what Flies and I are talking about. So let me give you a brief rundown. On the 15th of June of 2021, a little girl who was 5 at the time, named Summer Moon Utah Wells, mysteriously and inexplicably vanished from her home at 110 Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community in Hawkins County, Tennessee. According to Leslie Earhart, Public Information Officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Summer disappeared sometime in the early afternoon hours. That would be between noon and 3 o'clock. A few moments before 6:30 p.m. of June 15th, 2021, 2 911 calls were made, reportedly one by her mother, Candace Bly Wells, the other by her father, Donald Wesley Wells. Mr. Wells was at work as a drywaller, depending on who you ask or what Google search you do. Mr. Wells was some 25 to 40 minutes drive time away from the home at work when he was informed by his wife that Summer was missing. So they each made 911 calls reportedly just before 6:30 p.m. Around 7:03 p.m. of June the 15th, 2021, the first law enforcement officer arrived. Throughout the rest of the evening, all through the night, searchers on foot, as well as drones, helicopters, and a plane. Grid searches in the fields began. At 11:16 a.m. on June the 16th of 2021, a nationwide Amber Alert was issued for missing Summer Wells. That Amber Alert was issued because the FBI CARD team, Child Abduction Rapid Deployment, CARD, okay, when no signs I haven't lost my train of thought. I have to collect myself emotionally. According to FBI CARD, there were no signs of abduction or kidnapping. According to Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, scent dogs followed Summer's trail down the driveway where it ended at the pavement. According to the United States Department of Justice, when a scent is followed by scent dogs and it ends at the pavement, that is strongly indicative of someone having been placed into a vehicle. The case has been confusing, distressing. We here on this channel have, in the early days of the channel, speculated and come at Summer's disappearance from every angle we can figure. Speculated in every way we could figure, realizing that we don't know what law enforcement knows. We're coming up on 5 years, and that will mean, sadly, that Summer will have been missing for as long as she was alive on this earth. She turned 10 on February the 4th of 2026. If she's alive, so that's what Flies and I were talking about. Summer Wells is the reason I started this channel, although we have transitioned to something different. But all of you can rest assured that the promise, the spiritual promise that I made to Summer Wells almost 5 years ago, y'all can rest assured that I will keep that promise. Those of you that have been around for a while will know what that promise is. So long as I am alive, so long as I am able to speak, I will never stop reminding you that Summer Wells is still missing. Time moves on. Life moves on. YouTube keeps barreling down the tracks like a train out of control. It's to be expected. It is a social media app. I will not be moving on. It is not obsession. It is dedication. And to the few of you out there who do not understand the difference, fuck you. The facts, as they are shared with us by law enforcement regarding the case of missing Summer Wells, is available on the TBI website, TBI Newsroom /Summer Wells. There you will see the age-progressed photos of her, and there you will get what few details, as known by law enforcement, have been shared with the public. Now, hi, Miss Upper Thigh. Shay's Place. Hi, baby. Y'all, if you haven't seen her community post, Shay is back. Her mama's doing better. And so Shay is back, and she has started. Hi, Sarah. Shay has started uploading again. AC, I hope so. I don't want to get political, baby, because I try not to be political over here, but we are THC. Hi, Air Force vet. We are THC friendly over here. So smoke them if you got them. Let's have a story. Well, it might be clogged. If it's clogged, I'm going to have to go get the poker. Not the fireplace poker. I don't have a fireplace poker because I ain't got no fireplace. Stop. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Let me mute while I cough. Well, hello, and welcome to Lip Lock No More. I'm glad you guys showed up. Yes, happy feet. Once the clog cleared, I did the little preheat thing. So that we go ahead and warm the oil up. So then when I hit it was nice and smooth. And I was like, woo! So there you go. There is the transition from this lady is straight as an arrow to this lady is stoned. Hi, Hartley. Hartley, I'm getting super jelly. No, wait. Hartley, I don't know what part of the world you're in. If you are in the United Kingdom, don't take jelly for Jello. I know you guys call Jello jelly. We don't. We call jelly jelly and Jello jello. So Hartley, I'm getting like uber jelly. Oh, see? Okay. I thought so, Hartley. Okay. I know you're not the one that does Krama babies. Wait, no. Let's not get all fussy. I hear kitties growling. Hartley, I know you're not the Krama baby channel. And I know that your videos are more about calling out certain things, and you do it with such finesse and creativity. Hartley, I'm jelly because nobody is making a Krama baby of me, and you have not made a robot of me whilst clipping my audio. I be fancy. What is this? Hang on. We are going to have a story. If y'all haven't seen the Krama babies, I want a freaking Krama baby. And if I have to do something absolutely ridiculous in order to have somebody make me a Krama baby, then I will. Don't push me. And Hartley, you will? Okay. No, baby. I know the point of putting videos on YouTube is to like make a point. Be kind. You'll make me a robot for sure. Well, I want one with fucking angel wings, Hartley, because evidently there's somebody out there that thinks that I wished I looked like that, which indeed I do. I want some freaking angel wings. What do I mean I want some? I actually have some. Okay, by saying I want some, that would indicate to you guys that I was fucking lying when I said I already have some. Okay, when I cross my fingers, it means a lie doesn't count. Okay, so I want a fucking angel wings. Here's the thing about when a person lies and then has leakage that reveals that they lied. Okay. Now you have to figure out which one is the lie. Was I lying when I said I already have angel? Pam, I hope you have a good appointment, baby. Okay. Was I lying when I said that I actually do have angel wings? Or was I lying when I said I don't have any and I want some? See, that's the thing about dealing with somebody that lies. You have to figure out which is truth and which is lie. And sometimes you can like only believe half of what they say, and then you have to figure out which half that's going to be. I know. Yeah. Marinate on that for a minute. Welcome to my world. Let's see, what is this story going to give us? I may be too stoned to read now. Okay. I think I found one. Can you loaf? Condensed from Hearst's International Cosmopolitan, written by Bruce Barton, author of The Man Nobody Knows. Coming down from Boston, I made a census of the 32 passengers in one chair car. It was as follows. Asleep in various awkward... sorry. Hate to stop a story right when I start. I forgot to say this. I'm stoned now, so here we go. What we do, or what I would like for you to do, when I read this short story from the 1930s or early 1940s, let's see if we can transpose what we're reading to our experience on YouTube and or other social media platforms. If not, hey, it's just a cute little short story. Okay, so coming down from Boston, I made a census of the 32 passengers in one chair car. Stop, leave her alone. Leave her alone, please. No. Y'all, I may have to get out a newspaper and shake it at the kiddies. It was as follows. Asleep in various awkward positions, 13. At work, earnest-looking men with briefcases, 2. Looking straight ahead with bored expression, 6. Reading fiction, 5. Reading serious book, 1. Doing crossword puzzles, 2. Playing solitaire, 1. Applying lipstick, 2. High beach life. 32 Americans, each with 5 hours on his hands, and almost all of them bored. Here's another picture. I retired from business 2 years ago, said a middle-aged man. All my life, I had been planning that when my daughter was married and I had a sure income, I would retire. So at 52, I sold my business. You must remember that I had planned to retire for a long time. I was well equipped for the easy life. I enjoyed riding and swimming and golf. I fished and hunted and played a fair game of bridge. It looked safe enough, and you'll probably think I'm crazy when I tell you what happened. I began waking up with a terrible thought. Gosh, now I've got to get out to that first tee and plug around that same old golf course all day. It was worse than going to work. One day I couldn't stand it any longer. Do you know, I've taken another job now. Salary not half what I used to make, but I didn't care. As an advertising man, I go around among all sorts of industries, and everywhere I see more leisure. A factory that used to make a certain number of articles with 1,000 workers is now making 10 times that number with no more workers and at shorter hours. Modern machinery isn't the only thing that has brought on this trouble. Education has intensified it. A trained mind inevitably does more and does it more quickly. Hi, Deborah. Then along come the doctors to double our lives. In Shakespeare's time, a man of 40 was ready to call it a day. He had lived. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Montaigne retired to his tower at 38. Napoleon conquered Europe at 30 and died at 52. I'm 75, by the way. They moved fast and passed out young. Today, at 40, we are just beginning to go strong, and the average age of presidents and chairmen of boards is around 65. By hanging on, each of us is the equivalent of 2 men in olden times. I'm almost 2 women. What's going to become of us all? How can we endure living when we don't have to spend all of our time making a living? What shall be done to combat this new disease of, hi Tracy, leisure? Let me submit 3 suggestions. 1, quite a bit of leisure could be used up if we were ever courteous to one another. We are all so foolishly and inexcusably rude. We ride all day in a Pullman car, and when the train draws near the station, we jump out of our seats and push and jostle in the narrow corridor. Why must we trample on each other's toes and poke each other in the ribs and exchange dark looks? Only 5 minutes at the most is at stake. The same sort of thing happens on the road. In and out of the line of cars we dodge, straining our nerves and endangering our lives to be a jump ahead. We lift the telephone receiver, and if Central does not answer on the instant, we grow apologetic. I have seen a woman nearly decapitated in trying to leap ahead of another woman into a revolving door. We jam into a streetcar as if we were the last car that would ever run. We dive for an elevator to save 1/10 of a minute in getting to our desks. At the golf course, where we have gone for recreation, we tear the buttons off our clothes in the locker room. Why? Just to beat the other members to the first tee. Good manners require a great deal of time, said Emerson. 2. Leisure would hurt much less if we weren't so terribly afraid of being alone. Away from a crowd, we itch. I hope in hell their souls may dwell who first invented Essex Junction. What's the matter with Essex Junction? Nothing, except that we don't know how to use it. There are other stranded passengers, each of whom must have had interesting experiences. There are books. There are trees that have looked down upon the petty busyness of humanity for generations. There is a bench where one may dream. 3. Good morning, Kenna. We might each adopt a hobby which would have some relation to the happiness of other people. I have a pet college in the Kentucky mountains. A long time was consumed in hunting it out and adopting it. I wanted to find the place where $1 was made to do more work than anywhere else in the United States. Some kids are there at my expense. I go down each year to talk with them and ride horseback. Never do I feel that these students owe me anything. The obligation is on the other side. They have given me a fresh interest for my leisure. Sooner or later, we will all take cognizance of the fact that hard work and profits are less than half of the business of living. Every school will have a course in Thoreau, who lived on $27 a year and had a wonderful time in the woods. Stevenson's essay in praise of idlers will be a required study. The end. Original article, copyright 1929, Hearst Magazines Incorporated, New York, New York. This condensed version, copyright 1929, the Reader's Digest Association Incorporated. Well, babies, we've been on here a little while. I've got a bed to make and 8 litter boxes to clean and sanitize. A pork tenderloin that needs to go into the oven, and I'm thinking real hard about having a piece of that orange crush soda pop cake I made day before yesterday with the vanilla pudding icing or frosting. It's not icing, it's frosting. I'm thinking real hard about having me a piece of that for my lunch instead of having a sandwich. Kenneth, thank you for joining the baby dolls. Welcome. And if I missed anyone, I know there were several memberships gifted earlier on in the live stream. I think I caught them, but if I didn't, I can't scroll back that far. Just feel my heartfelt thanks, okay? I appreciate all your support, all of it. My favorite support, Jennifer, member for 6 months, Jen Sparky. Be fancy, always choose the cake. I look really putty today. Thank you, baby. Party. You look so party. Well, thank you. One thing that is different is I'm actually wearing eye makeup. Um, just quickly before we say goodbye. Um, I think it was for Christmas. Carrie Bishop, if Carrie Bishop is still here, don't get mad at me if I get this wrong. I think it was for Christmas, or maybe it was my birthday last year. Shay, baby, I miss you anytime you ain't around. But family always comes first, and we all get that. It was my birthday. Okay, these are the eyeshadows and the lipstick that. Oh, pardon me a moment while I whip this out. Um, because I woke up like an hour earlier than normal and couldn't go back to sleep, I thought, well, since you're going to take the opportunity while Bob is doing a job um, to go live, why not take a couple of extra minutes and put on some eye makeup? You guys know I usually come on with nothing but eyebrows and lips. Okay. So I don't think I put them on exactly the way you're supposed to, but these are the Mary Kay. And no, I'm not sponsored by Mary Kay. It's just that Carrie's sister is a consultant for Mary Kay. And so, yeah. But these are the eyeshadows she sent me for my birthday and the lipstick. So, and I thought, well, if you're going to put on some eye makeup, you might as well go ahead and throw on some powder and some rouge. So I threw on a little powder and rouge too. And thank you, thank you. And also, we are in an area that is much better lit than where we ordinarily are. Like I am, let's see, let me flip the lens and show you right quick what I'm looking at, okay? See, we're sitting in front of a double window, although right now you're staring at the facing of it. Let me flip this back around. So I've got natural light coming in from the front. We've got natural light coming in from over here. And I've got just a couple of lamps over on the other side. So a lot of lighting is really, hi Pin 1010, a lot of lighting is really good for us ancient ladies or old biddies or, you know, whatever name. Hi Dazed. To show off our wrinkles. And I'm proud of every single one of them. At the age of 75 and with 3 grown sons, 8 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren, I can absolutely guarantee you 100%. I have earned every single wrinkle I have and every single silver hair. So it's the tradition around here at Lip Lock No More that I sing you out. Why? Because I can and I want to. By the way, there are some of you who have been kind of like, I don't know if you're imitating me, you know, my style over here, you know, the shit I do that's just me, that makes me different from a lot of other people. You know, people like Allegedly with Brittany J. That one. And there's a couple others of you that have started like spontaneously breaking into songs. Stop it, because you cannot fucking sing. Some of you need to leave the singing. Now, I ain't talking about Days 276. Days 276, you ain't heard Black Velvet sung like Black Velvet can be sung, except for the original recording, unless you're listening to Days 276 singing. And I'm not playing. That one can sing all day and all night, and I will tune in and listen. But I'm telling you, there's some of yous out there that think you can sing and you cannot. So please, just shut the fuck up when it comes to the melodies. Now watch me totally blow. I don't even know what I'm going to sing. So, Deborah, good morning, baby. I'm fixing to say goodbye. I hope you'll rewind and watch from the beginning. It's been a totally outstanding live stream. You know. Hi, Sleuthy, sweetheart. I think you did see Sarah. I'm pretty sure you did. So, what am I going to sing? Rock on, gold dust woman. Take your silver spoon and dig your grave. Heartless challenge, pick your path and I'll pray. Wake up in the morning, see your sunrise, love will go down. I'm mixing up the lyrics because I'm stoned. So I'll just say, heartless challenge, take your path and I'll pray. If I did this in an actual performance, it would be really funny. Well, did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? Or is it over now? Do you know how to pick up the pieces and go home? And go home. You better put your kingdom up for sale. Babies, thank you all for being here. If I missed you in chat, please know from the bottom of my heart, it was not my intention to leave you out. I'm just not only batshit crazy old woman, I'm also blind as a bat when it comes to close-up. So it wasn't my intention to leave you out. If you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? And if you're watching now and you haven't liked or disliked, why didn't you? And as always, on YouTube on a monetized channel, there are obviously memberships available if you want to give me some of your. She works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. I work hard for the money, so you better treat me right. All right, I got things to do, and I'm sure you do as well. There's probably some people on YouTube I want to go watch as well. So, in other words, get the fuck out of my living room. I've got shit to do. While you're walking down the mean streets of YouTube, don't forget to spread around a little bit of kindness. It's not going to hurt you any. As a matter of fact, it's going to come back to you tenfold when you expect it the very least, but you actually need it the very most. And use that other superpower we talk about, which is discernment. Discernment is not the same as judgment. So use your discernment. when you're spreading kindness, because there are indeed motherfucking snakes out in that grass, and those sons of bitches don't deserve your kindness. Now, get out of my living room. I got shit to do. She works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for the money, so you'd better treat me right.